Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the full moon in Pisces. So for those of you who are new, hello and welcome in. It's good to have you here. There is a tutorial video for how to get the most out of my readings. If you want to go check that out, you'll get caught up with all of the fun things that we're going to be doing here and all of the best ways to utilize these readings. It's not necessary, but it's a tool for you to get the most out of these readings. If you want to check that out, you certainly are invited to do that. For those who are not new, hello, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I truly love and appreciate all of you. It's a pleasure and an honor to support you in this way, and I appreciate you, and I'm grateful to be able to help. So let's talk about this full moon in Pisces. So first, what is a full moon? Well, this is when the moon is reflecting the sun to its maximum potential. And this is always the energy of celebration. It's a culmination point. It's an illumination of this sign, this energy, this cycle that we're in. So right now, the celebration energy is all around the zodiac energy of Pisces. So Pisces is the sign of the fish. It's the last sign of the zodiac. It is a water sign, and you can think of it like the ocean through which the entire story goes back into, like everything goes back into the ocean to become one again. And you can also think of it as the womb from which a new life kind of gestates and emerges from. In the zodiac story, the Pisces energy is the end of something and also at the same time the beginning of something. That's why you see the two fish. It's like the fish that's the end and the fish that's also the beginning. So this is what we're celebrating with the fullness of this moon. Now, the fun thing about this full moon energy is the full moon is always in the zodiac sign that's directly opposite where the new moon was and where the sun is. So the new moon was just in Virgo, and the sun right now is still in Virgo. So if you haven't watched my Virgo readings, there's an invitation to go do that. There's the solar season readings and also the readings for the new moon. So Pisces is like the complement and the opposite of this Virgo energy. So we're going from this energy of innocence into this energy of completion. And the other fun thing about full moons is that it is a cycle. So the full moon will happen on September 10th at 5:59 in the morning Eastern Time. And the cycle will last until the next full moon, which will be in Aries on October 9th. So the cycle goes from September 10th to 9th. So this advice that I'm going to be offering you is valid from that time frame. But the other fun thing is that full moons always reference back to the new moon. So when the moon was new in Pisces at the beginning of this year, there was something started there that we are now kind of celebrating the fullness, the completion of. And you can look back in your life to see what was going on in, I think it was March, when the new moon in Pisces happened. And you can kind of see what it is that's going to be completing for you. But we are going to be diving deep into how this moon shows up for you in your life. I'm so passionate about letting you know more about your own astrology and using the astrology with the tarot cards to help you get a better understanding of the cycles going on in your life and the energies at play within your being. So before we get into that, just a couple of things. If you want to support me, there's many ways to do that. I have a chakra meditation service that you guys can join for $14.40 a month. We go through one chakra every week and we focus on that same meditation every week. The meditations are about 15 minutes long, does vary. And you can sign up at devotedandvulnerable.com/services if you want to get into this service. That's one way you can support yourself while supporting me. You can also contribute financially to me at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. The link is in the description here. And you can also just comment on this, share this, like this, engage with it as a way of supporting me. I like to get feedback. I like to hear what's confusing to you guys, what's working for you guys, what's resonating. I love hearing what's resonating for you guys. So just feel free to comment on the videos as another way of supporting me. So this is the intro. It's the same in every video. So I'll tell you which readings will be yours, and then you can navigate to the right video. So this full moon in Pisces wanted us to focus on two areas of our lives. The first area of our life that the full moon wants us to focus on is where the moon was when you were born. So this symbol is the moon symbol, and you're going to look up your chart for where this symbol occurs in the zodiac story. If you do not know how to find your moon sign, please go ahead and watch my How to Find Your Birth Information on astro.com tutorial video. It's a lengthy video, but it'll help you understand how to input your information, how to run a chart, and then how to read that chart. You'll only ever need to watch it once, hopefully, to get the knowledge that you need to watch these readings. And as always, if you have questions after you watch that video, please just reach out to me. I'm happy to help and explain further. So you're going to look for where the moon was when you were born, and you're going to watch the reading that aligns for the moon in the sign that the moon was in when you were born. The other reading, so you'll have two readings. The other reading that the Pisces moon wanted us to focus on is where this full moon is happening for you. So this full moon in Pisces is happening in 17 degrees 41 minutes of Pisces. So you'll have to find where that 17 degrees mark of Pisces shows up in your chart. I do describe how to find out the degree points in the zodiac wheel in that video. So feel free to watch that video. And again, if you have questions, please feel free just to reach out. I will go in detail about what these alignments mean in the individual readings. Lastly, before we dive deep in here, I do want you to know, heads up, the Mercury retrograde season is upon us, and it coincides very close with this full moon. Mercury goes retrograde the day before the full moon happens, and it'll stay retrograde until a week before the next full moon. So this is an important cycle as well. I've done a completely separate video for you to give you a little bit of guidance for how to navigate this phase. This is not going to be a reading. It's just going to be a little bit of understanding and guidance for you. So I do also recommend checking out that information to support yourself. And with all of that said, we are ready to dive into your individual readings. So this reading is for you if the moon was in Capricorn when you were born, and or if 17 degrees 41 minutes of Pisces shows up in your 10th house. So we're going to be drawing a card from the Modern Mystic Tarot. It's going to be relevant for both of you. And then we're going to dive into the interpretation. Okay, there it is. Ooh. Well, it's a good thing to be completing. Because, ew. Four of Earth, here it is. Greed, controlling, stubborn, possessive, resisting change, refusing to compromise. Okay, so let us celebrate the end of this piggy poo. Because there's been some vibrations of greed, competition, this like hoarding energy, like I need to keep it all, and if I don't have it all, I'm not safe, and no one else can have it because if other people take from me, I won't have enough, whatever that energy is. The controlling, not wanting to change energy. This is ending for you. Thank God. Oh my gosh. This is a beautiful completion to be celebrating. We're going to put down our hands. Like maybe it's within us, okay? Like that's, I guess, where I need to start. This might be an external vibration around you, or this may be something that has been happening within you. It could be financially. It could be with what you're not willing to share energetically, with possessions, a person. this vibration is coming to an end for you. So either externally or internally, there's going to be a release from this control, from this greed, from this possessiveness. We're going to celebrate the completion of this vibration. Let's dive into how it aligns or how it relates to the moon. And if you're here for the house interpretation, just scroll ahead to that. So the moon was in Capricorn when you were born. The moon represents your emotions. Capricorn represents how your emotions express. You express them through the Capricorn archetype: patient, ambitious, determined, responsible, and resourceful. So it's the energy of the sea goat. The energy of the goat like climbs the mountain. Okay, so it's this vibration of like achievement and climbing to success. Okay, so your emotions actually feel really supported when they're being ambitious and patient and determined, resourceful and responsible. Okay, like totally the opposite of this Four of Earth energy. So it feels like emotionally this has been happening, whether it's from you emotionally or whether it's been external to you, is for you to know and not to judge either way, right? But there's going to be a completion here, okay? So whether it's been your emotions that have been greedy, controlling, stubborn, maybe because you've been trying to achieve something in the emotional realm, right? And it just hasn't been happening, or like you thought that that was the way to get it. That's going to be completing for you. You're going to have like a realization or just a moment of like, okay, this energy I'm done with. Just declaring that you're done with this energy is huge, okay? It might be an external person, right? It might be that somebody was doing this emotionally to you and it's been affecting your emotions. Like you can't be optimizing your emotional expression if there's somebody who's possessing you, controlling you, being really greedy in how they relate to you. So just be aware of this vibration and celebrate that it is ending, okay? Whatever this means to you, go out and have a party, do a little dance, write yourself a love letter, write a goodbye letter to this energy. That sounds fun for me because I like writing. I have a Gemini moon, so that works for me. But yeah, just find out what energy and vibration is ending. No. So just find out what way you want to celebrate the end to this and make sure that you commit to seeing this energy come to an end. Be aware that you might see, your eyes might be opened a little bit to this energy more in your life than you've been aware of. Or if you're like, I know exactly where this is, Paige, I know exactly who this is and what this is, great. It's time to commit to this being done, complete. We're done. End of story. Yay! Celebrate, okay? That's your beautiful moon message and cycle that you're in right now. This is completing for you, and I'm so excited that this energy is going to be out of your way because you are so capable of achieving anything that you want. Out of all of the emotional alignments, this is the most capable emotional alignment because it's the energy of capability, okay? So when your heart is focused on what its ambitions are and it stays determined, responsible, and resourceful, you are on track. This energy is going to keep you out of that vibration. So it's a good thing that it's ending. Go ahead and watch where the Pisces full moon is occurring in your chart, which house, and keep in mind it may or may not be related to this energy, okay? Until then, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. So, 17 degrees, 41 minutes of Pisces occurs in your 10th house. What does that mean? Well, the house always represents the where of the story that we're telling. So where this completion energy is happening for you is in the house of ambition. When it comes to your career, society, reputation, power, and influence. So this feels like either somebody in your workplace or in your work environment who's been influencing your ability to get the things that you've been wanting, the ambitions that you've been having. So either this person's like leaving work, like it actually kind of looks like he's leaving work, right? So this person might just leave your job and leave your career realm, and it's time to celebrate that. Like, you might actually want to go out and like make a toast to this person being gone. Not in a mean way though. Make sure that it's in a sending them off and being grateful that they're moving on in their journey, okay? And you're able to move on in yours. It also may be that this is happening for you, that in your career, in your ambition, in your quest for power, that this vibration has taken hold. So if this is an internal thing, if this is what's going on within you, recognize that it's not supporting your career, it's not supporting your reputation, you're not using your power and your influence in a way that's supportive to you or the collective, and it's time to commit to bringing that to an end. We're done. Okay? So you might want to write a letter to that part of you that gets greedy and controlling and possessive. But keep in mind that if this is internal to you, be gentle and loving with yourself. The only reason we go into this vibration is because we don't feel safe. And be gentle and loving with anyone else in your space offering up this vibration to you because they're not feeling safe. We get greedy, we get possessive, controlling, and stubborn because we feel like if we move an inch, if we let these things go, if we don't hold on to them really tightly, we're going to lose them and we're not going to be safe without them. That's why we hold on to them. So much compassion for this energy and vibration as we celebrate it completing. Okay? It's definitely in the realm of your work environment, okay? And in your realm of ambition, what it is that you're trying to do. This energy is coming to a completion. Okay? This is really short and sweet for you, but I feel like this is all you really need to hear me say, my beautiful 10th housers. This full moon is highlighting and spotlighting your career right now and is bringing a completion to this vibration. Let's celebrate that and move on. I'm excited for you. As always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.